Since the beginning of this world, we've only been able to see parts 1 and 2 in the movies, and possibly part 3 and more. Far beyond that, we are also left with the golden choices of forward, rewind, and pause. But life, as you and I know, has no part 2, and you cannot rewind nor forward it, let alone pause. This singular fact alone explains just how important, fragile, and precious life is. I'm Wayne Lalaegbe, and I'm delighted to welcome you to yet another heart-pumping, life-saving episode of the best-rated automobile and safety TV program, Auto Experts, your guide to safety. Don't bother touching the dial. We'll be right back in the GP.
Attention. Beat by Xpat.
I see no hotel. Xpat. Give me a body. Now me and you today. I no go tell anybody. Give me a body.
My name is Caxton Chikodi Anokuru, popularly known as IC, aka Incredible C, aka Ajebo from the street, aka Brand New We, aka Mr. Too Many AKAs. That's my name.
From Canada to Senegal, I never see this kind of girl. I can't go Bariga and Midi Sugar.
Actually, without a car, it's not really easy to go without a car. It's not really easy, definitely. Nigerian system, if it's summer, it's always very hot. If it's winter, you know how it goes, you know. At all, it wasn't funny. It was really, really not funny to be begging for someone to take you out when you need to find yourself somewhere, you know. But right now, it's a different story. Yeah, let's go have a car right now.
Give me a body. Now me and you today.
My first car ever was given to me by my dad. Was a Golf 2. I was disturbing that I need a car. So he gave me pass to 300 level. If you make 2-1, and I was in 2-2. So I had to make 2-1 to get to Golf 2. So my first car was a Golf 2. Woo! Golf 2.
One thing I know.
The first thing I do in the morning is I open the car, check the radiator if there's water. Then secondly, I on the car, check the car properly, fire it, service it, see if it's in good condition. Then I check the oil. These are the first thing I do before I leave. Then I think I like washing my car because it has to be clean before I leave my house. Yeah, my vehicle, I think I service my vehicle every 3 months. 3 months. 3 months I do my service. Sometimes not for 3 months. When I start thinking it's been slow, it's giving me some sound, so I go to the mechanic to check it. But I service it properly every 3 months. Change the oil and so on and so forth. I take it to the manufacturer, not these roadside guys, man. Because trust me, roadside guys, they can do a lot of damage to your car. So I take it to the manufacturer and they check it for me and know what they need to do. Every 3 months the car is visiting its manufacturer.
I like the way it is.
This is a basic thing. If every driver, for me, I know the first thing you learn in the driver's school is the traffic laws. They are basic things you need to obey at all times. And every now and then, I am always obedient. I obey those laws. Trust me. That's the thing you need to do. Every driver needs to definitely always keep to those rules and regulations. And I do that myself.
That's up. God have blessed no man can cross. You heavy.
Now the system, the Nigerian system is trying. We're already having some good roads compared to before because first of all, from my own point of view, the issue we have is bad roads. Then we have quack drivers on the road. A lot of people just didn't go to the right school or didn't even go to driving school to learn how to drive cars. They just pick up a car and learn on their own. I think the road safety should do their job and make sure every driver on the road is properly trained, is a professional driver before you can handle a car. That's the first thing. And secondly, I think individuals, I'm talking to you, myself, don't drink and drive, please. Don't drink and drive. Don't press your phone while driving. You know, try to always concentrate, because driving is one part that needs all your attention. You can have divided attention while driving your cars. Okay, while driving within town, I do 60. Where am I going to? If I drive 100, where am I going to? 60 is perfect for me within town. Then while I'm driving on express, 100 is okay. If you like, drive 160. The driving is just between 15 minutes. I will get to you with 100. So I drive 100 on express, 60 within town maximum. Nothing can change that. One thing that I notice about night driving is, actually I don't like driving at night, but if I do, there's one thing I try to observe is dimming my light when I see a car coming. Because if you put a full light, the next person driving will not see you, and it's going to cause a lot of hazard along the line. You never can tell. So I try to observe that, but I don't like driving at night. I drive with my brother by my side, he drives the car, or the person next to me. I don't drive at night because I'm not too good. I'm not a night person though. I'm one person that don't like attention. So when it comes to customized plate, it's not my thing. Because when I have it, I know everybody will say, oh, this guy, I see, this I see, this I see. Hey, they'll try to. I don't like attention. I just like being myself. I just like being like every other person you see around, So I'm not a fan of customized plates. Nah, that's not Auto tracking device is necessary for every car. It's a basic thing, it's necessary. Let me use the physical term, it's constant. You just need to have it. I have it in my car, and I think everybody needs to have it because it's necessary for you to have it. If your car is stolen, if you have such thing, it can help you. Do you understand? You can track your car in different ways. You can avoid a lot of stuff that's avoidable when you have auto tracking device on your car. So I think it's one thing that every car owner should have in this car. Auto insurance is necessary. My car has that. I think every car owner needs it. For instance, if your car had an accident or it's been stolen or something, you don't need to really buy a new car. If it's insured, you're covered. You're covered. So I think everybody needs to have auto car insurance. Yes, yo, it's your boy IC, aka Incredible C, aka First of all, Ajebo from the streets, brand new way. I like to say, I love my fans so much, I like you guys so much. I'm here telling you guys what you need to know about auto, about cars, and you also out there need to stick to these rules. Then you have to drive carefully. Follow me on Twitter at ICBNW. Follow me on Instagram at ICEEBNW. I'm always out there. Let's talk. Let's know more about cars. God bless you. I should stay tuned to the show. It's your boy IC. Bless you guys.
Beat by Xpat.
I see no hotel. Xpat. Give me a body. Now me and you today. Oh. I'm not go tell anybody. Give me a body.
What's up, boys and girls? You already know, it's your man, and he's right here, MTV Bay's finest. Be safe on the road. Please keep it safe. Peace.
Welcome back. It's quite alarming and disheartening the rate at which lives are gone via road accidents. The number of accidents on our highways and cities are obviously on the increase, as almost 60% are caused by trucks, which has become a major threat to human lives, as you see them run into other vehicles and get them crushed with the passengers. This is just one case out of so many, but how worse can it get? When you see containers fall on cars, buses, and get them compressed or squashed possibly. This is most common at the Apapa area of Lagos, as this is where the Nigerian port is located, where we have Tinkin Island and Apapa Wharf. Some time ago, this place used to be bottleneck, tight, steep, fender to bumper. But it's amazing the work that the government officials are doing as there's a free flow of traffic. Honestly, kudos to them. We at Auto Xpat are here to suggest solutions to the accidents that occur due to trucks on the road, on the highways and the cities. One problem is the road, the bad road. There is a need for these roads to be fixed, and we are appealing to the government to fix this road in order to save more lives and to reduce the risk of accidents. Another problem is fatigue. Most of these drivers are always on the road traveling long distances and hence don't get enough sleep. There is a need. Drivers are encouraged and are advised to get enough sleep, and all business owners should ensure that this is achieved by the drivers, as this would allow them to be more focused while they're driving. Age problem is a factor. Nowadays, you see big trucks being driven by young boys of less than 25 at top speed, and most times under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. There is a need for truck owners and the government to implement an age restriction for truck drivers from the ages of 30 to 45. Another issue is the careless attitude of the drivers. Drivers not only disregard the rules of the road, but also other drivers. This of course can be very disastrous, especially while on the highway. Truck drivers are advised to frequent the roads during less busy hours so as to reduce the risk of accidents. From Auto Xpat, we are appealing to truck drivers to be extremely focused while driving. Avoid alcohol and other illicit drugs. Don't use your phone while driving. Get enough rest. And what is most important, be very considerate to other drivers. Treat other drivers as your friends. Here's hoping that those in charge of the regulations in the government take immediate action towards this, as life is treasured by every individual. Welcome to Auto Xpat News. Everyone knows that football stars are paid lots of money to play on the global stage, earning millions of dollars each year. Many choose to spend their salary on the finest cars money can buy. Auto Xpat brings to you an interesting list of the top 7 most expensive cars owned by African footballers.
Martin's making a run. Gets in there. What an effort! What a goal! It's over Bobby Martins!
At number 7 is one of Nigeria's own Chelsea Football Club midfielder, John Mikel Obi, who is definitely living life to the fullest, with an annual salary of close to $6 million, which is about 1.14 billion naira, outside revenues from endorsements and commercials. He is a proud owner of a Bentley Continental GT, which has an estimated value of about 40 million naira.
Shoot a gun in his dad's closet with a box of funny things and I don't.
Number 6 is Togolese footballer and Tottenham Hotspur forward Emmanuel Adebayo, who owns an Aston Martin DBS B12, which was used by super spy James Bond in the early Bond film on Her Majesty's Secret Service. The car is worth 45 million naira. At number 5 is Ivory Coast Didier Drogba, who boasts of a 47 million naira Mercedes SL65 AMG. At number 4 is Nigeria's own Obafemi Martins, or Obagold as he is fondly called, who plays for Seattle Sounders FC. The former Newcastle United Strikers is one of the richest Nigerian athletes and acquired a brand new classic convertible McLaren worth 120 million naira.
Situation exactly what I would have done as a goalkeeper. I would have stayed on that near post.
Inching our way steadily to the top spot. At number 3 is El Hadji Diouf, a popular Senegalese soccer player who was emerged twice as winner of the continent's Footballer of the Year. He owns a luxurious white Mercedes McLaren SLR worth a tidy sum of 130 million naira. Still in the spotlight at number 2 is Ghanaian and AC Milan central midfielder Souley Muntari, who drives a Lamborghini Gallardo worth over 40 million naira and just recently purchased the brand new Mercedes Brabus G63 AMG 6x6 worth $900,000, which is about 180 million naira. And finally, the top cherry of our delicious strawberry and vanilla cake countdown on 7 expensive cars owned by African footballers is Cameroonian Samuel Eto'o, who has had a fantastic football career and with all the big salaries has been able to build up a fleet of cars worth billions of naira. Eto'o has always been a fan of cars, reportedly offered a former Cameroonian striker, Roger Milla, a Porsche as a Christmas gift. He owns a Bugatti Veyron worth 470 million naira, the world's fastest car, and also one of the most expensive. He is also the only African footballer who owns one. Eto'o also owns a 370 million naira Aston Martin 177 and a 230 million naira Maybach Zenatec. One word for this outstanding car lover? Wow. And that wraps up today's edition of Auto Expert News. For more information on Auto Experts, please log on to our Facebook page at Auto Expert Pro and you can post your comments and questions there. Also, you can contact us on Twitter at Auto Expert Pro. Also, you can email us, share your thoughts with us at videoguruentertainment@yahoo.com and autoexpertpro@gmail.com. Have a fabulous day, guys, and live big, people.
Whereas we are in a vehicle to check some safeties before you move a vehicle. Now there's what we call the DSSSM. The D stands for the door. The first security you provide for yourself as a driver is to make sure that all doors are properly locked. You have to check, make sure all your doors are properly locked. In the cars, there are what we call your security in the dashboard. In some vehicles, when any of the doors is not properly locked, there is a sign of an alarm that will ring that will show you that one of the doors is not locked. Because you are an observant and a security conscious person, you should be able to know that either the back or the front is not locked. So you make sure all doors are properly locked. That is from the dashboard. So once all the doors are properly locked, you can go to the extent of even putting your lock for security purpose for you and your passengers. Then you now go to the first S, which is the seat belt. The seat belt is to protect your head from going to the windscreen or your chest against the steering. Because if there is a sudden break, the driver and the passengers will swing front, thereby hitting their head on the windscreen and their chest against the steering. That is why when you go to the hospital on accident ward area, you find out that we have a lot of chest injury and head injuries. So that is to prevent head injury and chest injury. Always fasten your seat belt in case of emergency stopping or when you collide with another vehicle accidentally. So once your seat belt are well fastened, it will protect your head and your chest against the steering and the windscreen. So we now go to the second S, which is the seat. You must always adjust your seat for your own comfortable control. Then the third S is turning the steering. That will be done while we are on motion. But before that, let me just quickly talk about the mirror for our security purpose. We have the side mirrors, we have the inner mirrors. Now the inner mirror are meant to look right behind you to check when you are moving out from a parking space. You must contact your inner mirror first to know whether another car is not moving out at the same time as you are about to move. Because if you look at your inner mirror and there is another car that is about to move out at the same time, you must look at the urgency of the man that wants to move from your back. If it's so urgent for him, you allow him to move. If not, if both of you move at the same time, there will be collision from behind. So after checking that the man is not moving, then you can indicate from your trafficator by turning to the left, showing whether you are going left or right. Always make sure you put on your trafficator. It's a sign of your own safety and the safety of other motorists, because you must let your intention be known to other road users so that they can be prepared for their own part of the bargain of driving. Now we are about to move.
when they are dealing with male counterpart, they think they want to make a point. But if they are dealing with their fellow women, I see them be more flexible. But when it's a guy, let's not let this guy in. Well, not just to them, to everybody. We observe traffic rules and then be patient and be friendly on the road. Most of the traffic jam we have is needless if we observe the basic things.
It's not usually that they are aggressive, but I think sometimes they just feel that because there are more men on the road, they sometimes probably want to play on their intelligence and things like that. But apart from that, it's not like they are aggressive. I've observed over the time that anytime I have a female driver to contend with, it's always, and you have to let her go because, yeah, that's what it is.
Very rough and terrible. Very rough and terrible. You're always right. The female drivers are the worst set of drivers on the Nigerian roads. Thank you. They are stubborn drivers. They all have attitude. Yeah, they are very aggressive. They have attitude. So, and that's why my wife is not yet driving.
They are aggressive.
One thing about why we don't give chance to people coming across is that some guys, they feel they are big. They can't even say sorry or please excuse me, can you give me a chance? So because of that, you will feel you will feel uncomfortable that I can just branch into your way without even saying an excuse or anything. So because of that, you wouldn't even allow them to come in.
Not like they are aggressive.
They want to make a point.
Some guys, they feel they are big. They can't even say sorry or please excuse me, can you give me a chance?
My name is Ahis. They call me the Dada Boy. I'm your MTV-based VJ for Africa. And that's what I do. I'm a TV presenter. I'm an all-around entertainer, TV and radio. So I cause chaos every time. I feel very funny when I hear like funny sounds from a car. Maybe like the brake or the tires or the shock absorber or something. Or if I just say K, I get very temperamental and start asking what's wrong, what's going on, what's this, what's that. It just like, I'm not a mechanic, but sounds like that can put you off and you don't know what happens. So fuel, then sounds, and a running AC. In Nigeria, in the weather, you need running and nice tires. Tires now on point. But boss then, we enter bus, now we fly down phone, and we enter Okada. Do you understand? But let me tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody. In my 200 level, University of Benin, myself and a couple of friends of mine, we donated money to buy a car because the guys with the cars had the babes. And we needed the babes. So how we gonna do it? So we donated the money, we bought a car. It was a Premier. I can never forget. This car didn't have a brake. Well, it did, but it wasn't functioning. There was no exhaust, so we had to buy like an extra exhaust to fix it. And Panabita can't pan it, but because I know car, when there's no exhaust, it's always loud. So anytime anybody, we don't need to announce ourselves that we're around. Once you just hear bang, 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 the mains don't come. We just knew that it was us. But it was an amazing car, and I just want to give a quick shout out to all the girls that entered that car with us. We love you. We love you guys. It happens everywhere in the world, not just Nigeria or Africa, everywhere in the world, you know what I mean? But it starts with good roads. Basically, it starts with good roads because I don't know if that's the number one problem, number one cause of accidents, but I think it should be like maybe top 3 bad roads. I mean, and we do have a lot of them in Nigeria. So I'm guessing if we have better roads, then we cannot get to educate our drivers on how to be safe, the seat belts, do not speed, the speed limits, you know what I mean? So all those kind of things. But I think the major thing will probably have to be road. And maybe we can get lights on the road, then we can see. If you can have lights on the road and you can drive at night, yeah, you can drive from Lagos to Kafanchan if there's lights and it's a good road. So basically, I think the number one problem will have to be road. Auto experts, you guys preach safety of lives. You guys are like car doctors, eh? But it's good now because I don't think anybody can be happy when anybody dies. I don't think, especially when it's from a car accident. I don't think, because car accidents are one of those things that we can actually avoid. You know what I mean? There's some accidents you can actually avoid. So, auto experts, you guys are doing a great job. I'm sure you guys are going to put out there. People are going to love it. Every car drivers. You guys can also do us a favor. You know what I mean? If you guys can reach out to the downfoot drivers, tipper drivers, to the guys that drive trucks that carry sand and water. Don't you understand? Most times, people feel uncomfortable when there's a truck driver driving next to them and he's driving recklessly. So if Auto Expert, you guys can get the word out there, okay, please be safe, drive safe, do not drive under the influence. Don't you understand? So I love Auto Expert, man. You guys are doing a great job, so shout out to you guys. So big shout out to my fans, people watching me, people like me and people who don't like me. I love you guys back at the same time. It's so good, it's so love. So shout out to you guys. Stay safe, be clean, check your status, and don't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive. If you're drinking, get someone to drive you home. And if you don't have someone to drive you home, enter a bike. I do it all the time. Shout out, man. Peace and love.
Thanks for staying with us on this episode of Auto Expert. I'm still your favorite host, Oyinlola Regbe. Book it there with me same time next week. And keep watching Auto Expert. It's your guide to safety. And remember, life has no part 2. Maximize your only part 1. Drive with absolute attention. Have a fabulous day, guys.